Nda bwana buno kuba gwe kuba 5 years kuba name. Good morning. Good morning. Mula bamwe wish we silent. Itali mu wish. Ele moro kali atabuse. Things of cars tabooks. Ya atabuse baba. Enkuba mujirawa. Can just imagine if I didn't have a car. Yeah. But good morning, my people. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you're watching from. Now, still, we don't got music today because the car we have has no provision for music as of today. So we have to stick to my voice and, of course, the sound of the rain today. So where should I pass? Should I go left? Should I continue? Let's go left. Actually, where we are, I think it started raining like an hour ago, yeah? I think it started raining like an hour ago. So, let's pass this way. There is a time we went there and got waiting, and we spent like 5-10 minutes. So let's pass it this way. You know, it started raining like an hour ago. Look at the roads. They have a lot of water already. But good morning. Today is Market Tuesday. So yesterday, main road. But as I go there, I want you guys to be answering this question. Yesterday, someone came to my inbox. Necessary consultation fee. Yeah? And then he asked me, Asa, ask your followers, how can one turn 10 million into 20? Now, he has a bunch of conditions. Condition number one is he doesn't want to rent a shop or office space. He doesn't want to rent a shop or office space. That's the first condition. I asked the person what skills do they have, and they told me they don't have any specific skills in mind. They want something they can do that is skills for them as a person. So guys, that's the question for you. Today is Market Tuesday, and I thought it would be a nice day for us to handle that issue. How do you turn 10 million to 20? He did not have a time limitation. Yeah. So the only bottleneck we have is that this person doesn't have any specific skills. Yeah. How does someone turn 10 million into 20? The rain is stopping there. You guys realize the rain stopped there, and now we have drizzles, and I'm sure in a couple of meters there's not going to be any rain. Here we have drizzles. So in a couple, now the road is actually dry. So the rain, it was raining in I think in a radius of 5 kilometers from where we were to about in a radius of 5 kilometers. This place is dry. Ogamba no muntu nti ekube etonya genva kabwatala bakubantu otobye, they will not believe. They will not believe that Joba Dem etonya. So yeah, surprisingly, this side is really, really dry. I have to pick another to wash it. So guys, I can tell you that I failed to still get a car yesterday. I think I'm just hard to sell her to. I think that's just my issue. I think I know what I want, and I think I gave up on the Prius hybrid. I gave up on that one, totally. I had made compromises yesterday. I made a bunch of compromises, and one of the compromises I had made was to buy one whose condition from which the condition I wasn't really sure of, as long as it was at a very low price. But apparently, because it was the only one remaining in the board, the Indian owner decided to increase the price by like 3 million. And that's after I had actually paid the money. But so I paid the money, got the receipt, and I was waiting for the gate pass. And then the Indian came and increased the price by 3 million. And I just told them, give me back my money and go. So I decided to make a bit more compromise because I really wanted the Prius. And when I was going to those, that place had actually, for me, the math was, let me pay a bit, let me pay part of the money, yeah, compromise here and there, and then take the car I want because of reasons that I've already given you guys. And then reaching that place, you get, and it looked really bad. And so because of that, at this moment I gave up. Now with the Prius, I have one last option, which is buying the Prius C, which is the small version, yeah? Like the 2010 models have two versions. There's the big version, the one I like, and then there's a very small version. Now the small version has two disadvantages. One disadvantage is that you cannot swap the radio. The radio that comes in the Prius is embedded in the hybrid system. So the moment you swap out the radio, you disorganize the hybrid system. Now that's the hybrid that I tested that gave me 43 kilometers per liter, yeah, which would give me very good mileage. But the price is the bottleneck. It's priced at a really high price. Yeah, I don't like it. It's really small. But it gives very good mileage. So you can swap out the radio because the radio and the hybrid system are one and the same. So I think at this moment I would accept that I gave up on the Prius hybrid. So then the question is, what are you buying? I don't know what I'm buying now. I'm looking for some network. So the question is, what are you buying? I don't think I like any car now. I think that's my problem, is that I don't want to just buy a car because it's available or because other people like it. I want to buy a car that makes sense with the numbers, yeah? The numbers of that car have to make sense. And it's only the hybrids that make sense to me. You see, I may end up buying a car I don't like because the numbers make sense. I know even the car you like eventually stop liking it. Let me clean the window with so good morning, Zas David Klaje Wala BHVIP, Moyombia Mark, Travel Live Vlog, Richard Wanga, Chikawa Ricky, Morad K Momo VIP, Bruno Isingoma, Nabasa Stewart, Paul Sema VIP, Christy Minks, Sango Peter, Richard Aki, Romanzi Victor, Pascal Imabonjoa, Ajuka Blair, Chris Da Vinci, Obado Buzenyo Fahad Chemist, and MD. Good morning, my people. Let me shift my microphone to the upper place where I normally put it. When I'm driving on the Maram Road, I normally put my microphone on my collar. Yeah. So I am still driving the Wish. The owner hasn't taken it away from me, luckily. So I'm still safe for now. But I don't think I'll be safe for long. Good morning, Starch Events, Lucky Mose. Yeah. So guys, the question in the sitting room, have you seen the Sienta? Lucky Mose, I saw the Sienta hybrid. I don't like it. I don't think I would buy it even if it was cheap. And also the Sienta hybrid is about 45 million shillings. Doesn't make sense at all. Like, why would you buy a Sienta at 45 million shillings? Yeah. Also, I don't think I want to buy a car that is really expensive. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. So I had made a bit of compromises. Hi, Ashi N. And even with the compromises, I ended up not getting what I wanted. And then I stumbled upon information I should not have stumbled upon yesterday. So the information I stumbled upon is that so many cars that we buy in Uganda are actually R grade. Now this is something I learned yesterday. I looked at the auction websites. Now, graded cars start at 2.5. Now 2.5 is the grade of car that is might have very good engine, good gearbox, but it has a bit of things to repair. Now, of late, if you have been going to the bonds, Christy Minks, the wish is very good. I just don't like the fuel consumption, but the experience driving it is actually very good. I'm driving one that has working AC, which is a plus for me. Very comfy. Compare the Raktis. No. Actually, the Raktis is a good car, but if you're in events, you need a bigger car, like the wish. Raktis ebanto no kumuntu wa events. Lawrence Omule high. Guys, echibuzo ekiri mu deal mbajjako ngambaletire emboozi zange. But the question in the sitting room, someone inboxed me n'asasula consultation, okay, and he asked me to ask you guys what advice you would give him if he wants to double 10 million, yeah, by 100%. He did not give me a time limit, and he has no specific skills in mind. For him, he says he wants to invest his 10 million in something that doesn't require him to have skill, yeah, but where he can also be actively engaged, yeah, but he wants to double that money from 10 to 20 million shillings. Money lending. But with money lending, you need a license, right? I would advise him to turn 10 million into 20 million, well-managed mutual funds and high interests. Okay, mutual funds double his money? Mutual funds seem to be giving 10 to 15%, which means he gets 10 million, he's getting about 10 million will be getting about 10 million at the end of 11 million at the end of the year, or 11.5. So, but he wants to double. So guys, the question is, how would you double 10 million without having a special skill? Yeah, you can be involved in the business, but without having a special skill. How would you double 10 million? How would you make 10 million into 20 million without having a special skill? How? So money lending, don't you think it needs a special? I know a friend of mine that does money lending, and he does money lending, I think, at the rate of like 15 to 20% per month, and right now he has a bunch of cars that belong to people. Yeah, they borrowed money from him and gave him cars. Yeah, they borrowed money from him and gave him cars as security. Now he has about 10 cars with money that doesn't even amount to 10 million. You get, so some people, it seems like some people just want to keep their cars with him. He told me of an experience where he knows someone that is actually high net worth, someone that lives like spends about 2 million a day. But the guy came and borrowed 1.2 million shillings and kept with him a car that is worth about 60 million shillings. You get it? So he was saying this guy could have to keep this car with me, just like, and the guy constantly calls him Jangono Neatano, Jangono. The guy has money, but don't you think like that money lending is a bit risky? Like if someone borrows 1 million shillings, gives you a car of 20 million shillings, and then lights are stolen off of that car, and the lights amount to 2 million, you see, you have to pay the person instead. Most money lenders don't have licenses. They lend to close friends at an interest of 20%. At the moment, Mr. Arthur, the election period heading into a bit money-making period for us in events. My former boss called me yesterday. I go back. He got a deal to provide PA1M. anakuwa sente zokola chikawari. You should try bonds. Okay, bonds still give at a rate of about 10 to 15%, right? So at the end of 1 year, he would be getting still 11 million. So he would need 10 years to double the money. I don't think this person is looking for something that will take him 10 years. Although, however much he did not give me a time limit, I don't think he's looking for something that will require for him to invest the money for 10 years to get to 10 million out of the 10 million. So I think he's looking for something a bit more practical, but something that doesn't require him to have a specific skill set. Yeah. So how would you advise? Guy ayagala kukwata milioni 10 azifule milioni 2 nga tayagala kubeera nga alina skill gye yeetaaga okubeera nayo nga bw'onoogamba nti weetaaga okuba nga osobola okwoza emmotoka, weetaaga okuba nga osobola okukanika, weetaaga okuba nga osobola what skills, okukanika essimu, weetaaga okuba nga osobola okufumba. He doesn't want something that requires him to have a specific skill set that beats other people. I advise him to look for cheap cars in fair condition and resell them at a profit, or cheap plots. Maybe plots. I tell you because I know. I've seen people that have lost money in trying to buy and resell cars. Yeah. At money lending, mostly apps are not good because I know a lot of people who have defaulted them. Benjamin Semfuma, good morning. He can buy cheap cars and sell higher. The million kumi. You see, I find that the business of trading in cars requires someone to have two specific skills. Yeah. One, the person would need to have a bit of mechanical knowledge, because if he doesn't have, then the mechanics will take advantage of him, then the brokers will take advantage of him. Two, they need to have a skill of patience. Patience is actually a skill. Patience is a skill that you have the ability to be patient and wait. Which you'll put your car there for like, and the car reselling thing could actually get him back his money faster than anything. But and it doesn't also do it in a couple of months. It can do it in like 6 months. If he bought a car like 4 or 5 million, did a bit of work, and then sell it to make a profit, like, because car traders normally make a profit of 2 to 3 million shillings. 2 to 3 million shillings. And if he has land, let him buy goats, young goats of 10 million and feed them all, sell them at once, but he should provide security. Guys, ekiri mu ddiiro kiri nti omuntu alina miliyoni 10 ayagala kumanya miliyoni ze 10 azifuula atya 2 nga talina nnyo sikiru y'amaanyi gy'alina. Akwata atya miliyoni 10 n'azifuula 20. Invest in cheap plots can multiply to 20 million given other factors constant. Start events ze Kampala mpozi nga gwe bosi tojja zisobola ngova ku ezo sente z'abazungu. Kampala ajja kumenya. Kampala kati gwe start olina kudda mulaba bana abasajja bwe bavuga emmotoka. Mbalaba. Bakatolo Jenani. Good morning, Godfrey Tambala. How are you? Julius Sengoba nakubuuzizaako nedda. Good morning. So guys, abakayingirawo mwebale kutuuka enkuba yiyo yetukolako emikolo. The question is, you'll forgive my view, these wipers don't clean very well, I think. Oba ndabiramu ennyini erimu emyambe simanyi, but the wipers don't seem to be cleaning very well. Today is Market Tuesday, guys, and I thought we should use it to answer this person's question. Abuuza, He has 10 million. He wants to make it, to turn it into 20. He doesn't want to have a specific skill set in mind, and he has not given a time limit. 10 years is too much, guys. 10 years okwanga agenda okudabulinga sente ezo, because bwaba agenda ku investing in bonds eziwa 10 to 15%, buli mwaka agenda bakola emiliyoni emwemu, sicho kitegeeza they need 10 years to turn 10 million into 20. So what do you advise them? Chigozi Stanley, good morning. Webale bajukiza Stanley. Guys, 30th August tugenda bera ku Love Focus Convention. Mujje tuyige tunyumirwe tuliye to networking tufune service providers ate, but the biggest thing that should bring you should be the knowledge and the fun. The knowledge and the fun. The knowledge and the fun. This is the first car event where you're not going to go back with just stories of enjoyment or enjoyment. You're going to go away with stories of learning and then enjoyment as well. Start now, watch take it. So munange bagayi nkyavuga wishi emoroka yambuzi simanyi oba nagifuna begamba biriawo tebitegerekeka. Nissan X-Trail mugirabye yiyo tebange efudde, manyi waliwo emoroka ezimu nga buli wenjirabange eva kukubongedde ebbali ngakuba kati efudde ki. Naye abatanaba kugula mmotoka kaweza bakawulira bajja kugamba sindikira muli ebinnyo kati walabika nejjaamu teri kubanga abatakisi tebalina bantu be baleeta. Mujjukira wishi bweri awamu. Starch ono gayi ng'emmoroka agiseera ajagala 24 million shillings. 24 ajagala 24 million. Irakuba ekimoroka kye kiri wamu ate ne namba yakyo mpya nnyo. So guys, how did he get the first place? I advised him to put that money at that same source in that area, applying leverage. Webali nnyo kati ekyo kisaabuza sente yazijjewa abantu abatunda amataka najja ne sente zinga ziweze. Thank you, Ricky. Guys, double tap or click the three dots in your right hand upper corner. Once you want to watch the option, clicking, then click the like button. Let him go to places like PG. You can get plots of 5 to 6 million and then sell after a year 9 to 10. Starch, this is a 2008 model, but it's an old shape. It's an old shape, it's not the new shape. Katate mwe emoroka eno mugiveke egenze enfuge kati zino nnaku bbiri nga tefiire. Amina. Nice rains watching from Abu Dhabi. I think 10 million can be turned into 23 investing in farming. Farming what though? Farming what? Nemwe ekubira ddala abantu. Lwakuba kyendabye nti ekkubo lyo litambula. Plots appreciate by 20% per year unless the buyer is unaware. So that means if he buys a plot at 10 million, he will only be able to sell the car at the plot at 12.5 million shillings. Because Mr. Arthur, if he has land, let him just start farming. And he may be 4 months every season. You can buy 2 quarters and make that money back. But a border, posing a border of 5 million shillings, giving you back. The border piece was saying, I'm trying to be able to Kagan. Umwaka a million, was some of them to Arabian. If they pay properly and religiously. Our batch. Someone here said he has borders and he's getting his money back properly. So guys, the question in the sitting room, ekibuzo kiri mu ddiiro kiri nti oli alina millions 10 ayagala zifuula 2 naye tatuwadde time limit naye talina skill set, tayagala kugamba nti oba amanyi okufumba, tayagala kugamba nti oba amanyi okuzimba, yayagala akwate ekintu sente azite ekintu akiteekemu sente ze amonitoringe azirabe nga zikula from 10 to 20. What would you advise him? Kama Emmanuel, hi. How are you doing? Inakakuba kagize ate kaluddeyo nga katonya. Aboda bawanika amagulu mwene enkuba amazzi galeme bakuba. But there are people that give up. We are talking, guys, if you have just joined the broadcast, we are talking about how someone could double their 10 million to make it 20. We don't have a time limit, but 10 years is too much. And we don't have a skill set. We don't have a skill set. How would you advise that person to turn their 10 million into 20 million? How? What are you driving, you man? Kati mulaba solid line ene egenda paka kawempe. Neoza abantu bagivuga ebya solid. Wow, abantu bagivuga byabwe. If he's patient enough, I think he can try car flipping, or if he's not a Muslim, Pigard can do him well, okay? John's Agamba, Arthur. Some people don't like farming. Me, I like farming, but it's just not for me. It's way to go. One was super unatu itako uye. Na wageno kwa mchitrera. Hey. Some people just don't like farming, according to John Jones. But 60% agriculture is Uganda's economy. And farming, whatever John Jones, farming is very risky. In farming, you can make your money back and more, but also in farming, you can lose all your money at once. Awaliwo tagali sente zo zonna zisobola okufaata omulundi gumu. Tawo ne bwenkulema zirina gyendaga nange genda naye akamotoka ko nga kalabika bubi mukalabe ka sprinter kalabika bubi ate bambi alayika akaterese kaleka kakava ne muggala jakukolaba. Good morning, Triple A. Oh, Bashiri, ngo buzenyo. Ngo buzenyo Bashiri. Kakati Bashiri, tuli mukuzazisa million 10 tuzifule 10. Omusajja agamba talina skill ne mu mbongo obwo wabula yalina millions 10. Ayagala wana aziteeka azije million 2. So some of you guys that have done business, what would you advise him? Nange I would ask him, wawe bajje sente ezo. Wobozizza. Kuba wajjewo 10 kitegezo sobola okuzaawo 10 ezo ate n'okola nezisingawo. I would normally advise kyasaabuziza sente avuddewa ate kisoboka okubanga sente yabbanzibe obanga yakubye deal kati nga tagenda kuddamu ate zizzaayo kuba deal ndala omanye ebintu bya deal. I bought my plot at 22 million Maya, but I discovered it that the owner had bought it 3 million 7 years ago after him showing him giving the purchase agreement and the title. So let him buy plots. Agule plot mwemuli omulamwa. Hashim, good morning. Yeah, Hashim, we are solving a conundrum here. Uli oluzungu. We are solving a conundrum. 10 million. We want to turn it into 20 millions. Omuntu akwata ata milioni 10 n'azifuula 2 nga talina skill n'emu gy'alina mu bwongo obula nga ataddewo tesi ssente ze. With no skills, it had to let him. Again, attend betting. Guy, did you know that betting is a skill? There are people that are actually skilled at betting. Abalungi nnyo ba betting guy. Kati so network ebadde nzijeko. Sorry. So guys, we are solving a conundrum here. Someone has 10 million, no particular skill set, no time limit as such, but 10 years is too much. And he's asking, how does it turn 10 million into 20 million? Let him give us an sure win money. High growth stocks, Uganda Securities Exchange. Okay. Rapidly expanding companies, potentially doubling your money in 1 to 2 years, but understand the higher risks. It is always say all the money in the farm. Morad Kemomo, give us an example. Give us an example of a company that's like that. People are talking about betting and casino here. Please respect our channel. I tell you, people need to understand that betting is also a skill. Boyenga Ivan Hai, Benjamin Semfuma. Mugamba mutya bantu banga abakayingira ku channel. Abali Mukamuri, how are you? No music today because the car we are driving has no music. It also has no prospect of putting music anytime soon. So we are stuck to my voice like yesterday. Hopefully tomorrow I have something better for you guys. So how do we turn 10 million into 20? How do we turn 10 million into 20? How do we turn 10 million into 20? We have no particular skill set. Even betting is a skill, so I know that betting is literally a game of numbers. Abana abangula betting sibala muka math ya dinaka tono guli kuba mukisa. It has drizzled in certain places that it has rained. Gwe woli enkube etonya tetonya. Enkube etonya tetonya. So guys, yesterday I got like 2 offers of people that are saying, Arthur, I can import the Prius for you. There was even an offer of someone that said, Arthur, I'll send you the Prius, you drive it for a month, then you pay. I had welcomed that one. I said, if I'm going to drive for a month, then I pay. You send the car. But then he did not answer. After that, he blacklisted me. So that's how people are. Option ene bobanga tunatuka mu mbeera wali egula moroka. Option is mpitirivu. And for me, I decided to go through this experience so that I stop saying it like the person that has been inspecting. Now, for the people that have gone to buy cars with me, know the kind of hassle we go through to sometimes just get a good car, and then you end up buying a car. Mugena ne budget ya million asatu musatu, you end up getting a car of 40 million because it is what is good. Which take it, right? I think with the Prius, I have not seen anything that is good on the market. I haven't. With the Prius, I have not seen anything that is good on the market. So I don't know, guys. The small ones have 2 disadvantages. And right now, for my kind of work, one of the disadvantages is that I cannot swap the radio. It's drizzling in much in the Chizungu, okay? Aliyo Jori, let him invest the money in agroforestry. Agroforest kusimba paini okusimba emiti. So tell us, how do we double our money from 10 million to 20? How do we double our money from 10 million to 20? Selling land at double price is luck. Hey, it's pure luck, by the way. And the availability of buyers, it's like betting. Exactly. I find that anything where you can double your money in a year is pure luck. It has nothing to do with skill. And of course, there are people that are extremely lucky. So advise guys, how does someone turn 10 million into 20 without a specific skill set? Advise. Chemanyi kwali alaba. It's impressive for a car that is almost 3 years, yeah? Let him come to Cheyo. You invest 6 million, and make 1 million monthly. In 12 months, he will be making 12 million. Mumiaka ebiri ajja kuba akoze 24 million. Kitegeeza in 12 months ajja kuba adabolinze million z'omukaaga. After, let him do Bitcoin. Bitcoin requires him to learn a skill, right? And then it requires him to have a big, like a very powerful machine. Guys, tucha advising amusajja mukulu alina million 10 yagala zifuula 2 talina skill n'emu obudde bwalina ne talina up to 10 years alina obudde butonotono ayagala doublinga million ze 10 magezi kigombo. Truth is, he needs a skill, otherwise it's impossible. Every money making business needs a skill. His skill is investing. He's an investor. My argument has always been, where did you get that money from? Reinvest it. For me, that has always been my argument. I think people are constantly thinking there is another business that is more profitable than what they are doing now. They'll be wanting to invest in that other business. Abayagala send as German business gem ategemu business endala. The thought is that, sorry, network nzijeko. People are constantly thinking that business jalimu waliyo ekola okugisinga. So they constantly want to get the money they got from their current business and invest it in the other much more profitable ventures. I think but let's advise this person. He might have gotten the money from employment through saving. Ida wabaya azijja mu employment. Kiteza tasobola zizayo mu employment mukolera sente ndala. Did you guys know there is a district called Chibuku district? There is also a brew that is called Chibuku Shake Shake, which is like Tonto, eh? So guys, advise. Mwakoze ku business. Modern fast food business. What do you mean modern? What do you mean modern fast food business, Ivan? Rolex, or chips and chicken. So guys, we are advising someone that wants to double their 10 million and make it 20. Doesn't have time limit, doesn't have a skill. Everyone has a skill in some areas, just that some skills are less productive and don't align well with effective demand. I've seen such, okay. Let him use the 10 million to go back to school and get a skill he's lacking, okay? Of course, there is already a million. Alternatively, consider high growth stocks on the security exchange market, like MTN Uganda. I've seen such shares double. They offer quicker returns, but understand the risks. So Murad came when we're saying invest in stocks. Such events una Gambia yagula boda at 3.6 and it's giving him 100,000 per week. Every Monday to Friday. That's nice. Agambe says that in 1 year he'll be getting 6.5 million. That was a good move, Starch. We'll drive our border war. Let him stay motivated. How much have you used for maintenance of the border so far?